What's up? Sí. Okay, so vamos. We are going to go ahead and get started. I'm gonna do a listening do now. So when you get the do now pulled up, remember it is semana nueve, right? Week 9. Otherwise, how was all your guys' weekends? Boring.
It was sad.
Sad?
It was fun.
It was fun. Okay.
Good for you,
I was blushing this big, and my entire mouth was fully completely blue.
Yeah.
Semana nueve, ¿sí? Okay, clase, so vamos. I'm going to read you 3 questions. I'm going to read them to you in Espanol. No, you're good. I'm just going to explain what we're doing. So I'm going to read them in Espanol, and I want you to answer them also in Espanol. So don't worry about, you don't need to write down the question I'm asking. You don't need to translate it. I'm just going to ask you the question. I'll read it twice. Type a full sentence, right? So that's what we're shooting for, a complete sentence. So that means all of these are using ear, right? So you just need to conjugate ear in the tense that you should. And then also show me a destination, right? I'm going to wherever, right? Lista? Okay, vamos. So, ¿a dónde vas después de la escuela? So that's your question, right? ¿A dónde vas después de la escuela? You all need to tell me your answer to that. See? Perfecto. So, ¿a dónde vas después de la escuela? Okay, número 2. This is tacking on to question 1. ¿Con quién vas? So, ¿con quién vas? That's número 2. ¿Con quién vas? And then número 3. ¿A cuál clase vas después de español? So, ¿a cuál clase vas después de español? So that's a tricky one. ¿A cuál clase vas después de español? So we're asking cuál, that's our question, right? ¿A cuál clase vas después de español? Sí.
It's kind of like called the GTP, Automation Robotics.
Okay,
What
sí.
would I call that one?
Mi clase de tecnología, no sé.
I'm not sure what the question is.
What would track be in Spanish?
Track.
I just said I will running. I will run.
Sí. Muy bien. Okay, so let's go ahead and go through. We'll break them down. Número 1, what am I asking? ¿A dónde vas después de la escuela?
Where do you go?
Yeah, to where do you go after school? Muy bien. So, Caitlin, ¿a dónde vas después de la escuela?
Yo voy al correo.
A correr. Muy bien. So you're gonna run? Do you do track? That's really fun. Have you Google translated anything of that? Did you say yo voy a correr?
I said yo voy al.
Okay. You're dangerously close to what we're doing today. That's actually really interesting. Addison, ¿a dónde vas después de la escuela hoy?
Yo soy practicar deportes después de la escuela.
Muy bien. Did you say yo voy a practicar deportes? What the? You guys are
Yo soy. I put soy.
Oh, okay. So that's I am, right? I am practice. But if you put yo voy a practicar, okay, well that's actually really funny. We're learning how to make that form that both of you guys are very close to today. We're gonna kick it into the future. What's our second one? ¿Con quién vas? What are we asking?
With who?
With who? With who do you go? So
Yo voy
Muy bien. So, Anya, vas con Kaylin. Kaylin, ¿con quién vas?
Mi amigas.
Muy bien, vas con tus amigas. Y finalmente, Elias, ¿qué estoy preguntando cuando en número 3? ¿A cuál clase vas después de español? ¿A cuál clase?
Which class are you going to?
Yeah, so to which class, right? ¿A cuál clase vas después de español? So which class do you go to after Spanish, right? So ¿a cuál clase vas?
Yo voy a la clase de
How do you do
tecnología.
band?
Muy bien. So la clase de tecnología, la clase de banda, right? The band class. Muy bien. So go ahead and shut down your do nows, por favor. Pull up a vocab and grammar sheet. We're going to do a little bit of vocab before our speaking activity, and that's what we're going to dive into. Semana 9, sí. Semana 9. All right. So we are going to review ear first. We went over ear last week. What does it mean? ¿Qué significa en inglés?
To go.
To go, sí. So ear, to go. So en la forma de yo, ¿qué es? En la forma de yo. Yo voy, muy bien. Oh, I already gave you the other one. What is it? Tu vas, right? El, usted, va, right? Nosotros, nosotras,
Vamos.
vamos. Y ellos, ellas, ustedes. Muy bien. So, I go, you go, he, you formal goes, right? We go, they go. See? Muy bien. So, to go, right? Our primary use. We're talking about physically moving your body or moving something, right? I go, right? ¿A dónde vas? So, to where do you go, right? ¿Por qué vas al centro comercial, right? We're asking why do you go to the mall? ¿Quién va a la mezquita? See? So, who goes to the mosque? These are all like physically movement oriented. That's what we focused on all of last week, right? Was like I go, you go, he, she, they go. You guys rocked the scrimmage, so obviously you know the physical like movement aspect. But in English, we also use to go in another way. We use it to like kind of form the future, right? So what were you two saying like in your do nows earlier?
Yo voy al colegio.
Yeah, so you're saying like I'm going to run. I'm going to go run. And Addison, you were saying I'm going to practice sports. So we like kick it into the future. You guys see that? So tomorrow I'm going to come to school late, right? So I'm going to come to school late. I'm saying that in the future I will come to school late. But we use that go to kind of kick it into the future in a little bit of a simpler way. And so lucky for you guys, we use that exact same thing in Spanish. It's almost a word for word translation. So I'm going to be late for school, or I'm going to come late to school tomorrow. We use this future formula, ir plus a plus infinitive. So that's something you want to write down in your grammar notes. Ir plus a plus infinitive. So this is how we form the future. This is our future formula that we're going to kind of fall back on. So how we make it, right? Ir is going to be the thing that gets conjugated. So we already have our conjugation table. We've gone over the forms of ir, right? Voy, vas, va, vamos, and van. Somebody remind me, what does a mean?
Two.
It's just two, just straight up two, right? So the infinitive is the action that's going to happen in the future. So what do infinitives end in? Always, they end in three different things. IR, ER, AR, right? So they're all of our verbs in their absolute base form. So let's talk about hablar, right? HABLAR, to talk, right? So that's its base form. It's literally just to talk. So let's talk about how we make it, right? Voy a practicar deportes. Exactly what Addison said earlier. Voy, right? Conjugated version of ir. You put the a in there, ir plus a plus the infinitive practicar. So I'm going to practice sports. In the future, I'm going to do that. There's no like confirmed time, I'm just going to do that. So vamos a ir de compras. Lily, ¿qué significa en inglés? Vamos a ir de compras, based on the ir plus a plus infinitive.
We go to somewhere.
Yeah.
We go shopping.
Yeah, so we're going to go shopping, right? Vamos a ir, right? So you can even use ir twice in it, as long as it's a conjugated version of ir plus a plus any infinitive. That's the action that's going to happen in the future, right? So, Allison, ¿me puedes ayudar con número 3? ¿Qué significa? Ellos van a comer. So think about it, right? Think about it in English. What are we trying to say here? Ellos, they're going to eat. Yeah, they're going to eat, right? They're going to eat in the restaurant after school. That's it. So it's almost a word-for-word translation from English, which is something that we don't see all that often. Remember when we were working with Gustar, and it was like, it is pleasing to me to run, right? And in English, if we were to translate it word for word, it would be like gibberish and like Yoda speak. But with ir plus a plus infinitive, we can kick that almost as a direct translation into Spanish, and it works. So like, look at this in English. You don't have to translate these into sentences into Spanish, because we're going to save a little bit of time here. Like, I am going. So what conjugation of ir would we want to use there? Voy, right? Voy. I'm going. Ir plus a, right? So our to just translates directly to a, right? Voy a, and then the infinitive is what comes next. I'm going to share. Who remembers to share from last chapter?
It's like compartir.
Compartir, muy bien, compartir. So voy a compartir, right? I'm going to share. Like literally point for point, each word kind of drops down into what it's going to translate into. So they are going. What version of ir do we want? Van. And then they're going to, so what do we insert? Van a, and then to run. Van a correr. Después de la escuela, right? Make sense? Ir plus a plus infinitive kicks us straight into the future, tells us our future plans. So we can also make them question words, right? So, ¿qué vas a hacer después de la escuela? What are we asking? ¿Qué significa en inglés? ¿Sí? What? ¿Sí?
What are you going to do after school?
Yeah, what are you going to do after school today? So what are you going to do, right? ¿Qué voy a beber en la mañana? What am I going to drink in the morning, right? ¿Cuándo va a nadar señor Lowers? Yeah, when is he going to swim, right? Goofy sentences, but almost a point-for-point translation as well, right? So something kind of unique about ir plus a plus infinitive, something that also makes it really easy for us to use as English speakers because it lines up with English really well. Also something really easy because it'll like kick us up a notch. Now we can talk about our future plans, what we want to do in the future. So like, we're not just stuck talking about what we do in this moment right now, we can also talk about our future plans. So it kicks that like communicative level up, right? Like we can get a lot more ideas across now. It's super cool. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna spend the rest of the time in a Spanish time activity. Don't worry, it's a lot of text. We'll break it down. Basically, oh my God, did I break it? Oh no.
Did it stop you?
No, I think my shoulder touched it as soon as I kicked the power cord, so I thought the power cord did it. I'll just stand to the side. So, Spanish time activity, we're gonna spend the rest of the time in Spanish. We're gonna go to Canvas, we're gonna pull up, I have the SW Spanish time activity in there. We're gonna do it in partners. Somebody's gonna be student A, somebody's gonna be student B. Student A has a letter that we've intercepted from a supervillain. All right, dun dun dun. So it's a boss battle. It's gonna be a boss battle. So, Malitor. Oh, I went back. No. There it is. So, malhechor, right? Evildoer in Spanish. That is the name of our supervillain that we are fighting. So, malhechor wrote a letter to his mother detailing the nefarious things that he is going to do to the school. All right, and so an informant has intercepted that and has given it to you. All right, so you have this letter from malhechor to his mother. He's telling her all of his evil plans, as well as some other like not so important stuff. A lot of it is in the ir plus al plus infinitive, saying what he is going to do. Right. The two of you, student B is going to have a list of multiple questions that you guys need to get answered. You need to put your heads together. You need to ask those questions to each other. You need to scan malhechor's letter if you're student A to find the answers to those questions that student B has. All right, so we're talking about how does he get there? How's he going to escape? What's he going to do, and why is he going to do it? Those are our questions that we need answered. Those are in Spanish for you. We want those answered on student B's sheet in the ir plus a plus infinitive setup. Sound good? Once you've gathered all of your information, you need to come up with a plan. You need to come up with a plan to stop malhechor. Now that you know what he is going to do, once you have all your information, two of you are going to change gears, and you get to come up with your own idea of how you're going to stop him. Using the ir plus a plus infinitive. Yeah, absolutely. But the kicker is, I need it in the ir plus a plus infinitive. So if you put something in to translate, they're going to probably give you the future conjugation, which we don't know yet. They always do. They always give you the more advanced stuff. So make sure we're only looking at individual words that we want, and then we use those in the ir plus a plus infinitive, right? A lot of the words that you're going to need are probably in the letter from malhechor. Sound good? But use creative liberties. It's up to you how you want to stop him. You're going to know his plans. You're going to know what his plans are. Now it's up to you to decide how to stop him. Make sense? Questions? Preguntas? Comentarios? No? Okay. I'm going to circulate around. And vamos a poner la bandera para Spanish time. ¿Sí? En 3, 2, 1, vamos. There's something too. Okay. Dos tienen su carta de malhechor. So, dos son estudiantes A, alguien es estudiante B. Perfecto. ¿Estás bien? No. Sure. Sí. Hola. ¿Pregunta? Sí, ok. ¿Quieres que preguntar? So, él tiene las preguntas. ¿Sí? Una lista. ¿Sí? Tienes 4 preguntas. Debes preguntar a él. ¿Sí? Las contestas. Están en la información que tú necesitas. Está aquí, con ella. Entonces, pregunta a ella con esas preguntas. Sí, sí, sí. Número 1. Sí, 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 sí.
Uno padre, ¿cómo estás?
No.
Ahora me llamo Melchor. Milano es Víctor. Vivo en un pueblo
¿Cómo va a llegar? ¿Sí?
pequeño al lado de la ciudad de
Sí.
no están más estudiantes de la escuela de Valley. Ni faltan más estudiantes de Edward.
Okay. So,
Entonces,
¿cómo va a
quiero
llegar?
hacer un prank en Valley. Aquí es mi plan. Primero voy a enojar a Valley.
Tú tienes la
Después,
vamos a leer. So, ¿qué es la información? Sí. Manejar. ¿Qué es manejar? Sí.
Solo.
Sí, debes hacer
Sí.
una copia.
Sí.
Sí, va a
Sí.
manejar. Sí.
Pregunta uno.
Repeat it.
Okay.
Orgulloso.
Orgullosa.
Orgulloso. Entonces, para el número uno, ¿cómo va a llegar? ¿Cómo va a llegar mal hecho? ¿Cómo?
Sí.
Yeah?
Sí.
Or no?
Sí.
You good or no?
No. Oh no.
La computadora.
Sí. Sí.
No.
No sé. Sí. Sí.
Okay. ¿Cómo puedes llegar en bicicleta? Puede llegar en tricicleta, así. ¿Cómo va a llegar? Sí, sí.
Voy a manejar.
Sí.
Va a manejar, sí. Va a manejar. Entonces, mal hecho.
Entonces.
Primero, es la primera cosa que haces.
¿Qué?
Okay, muy bien.
Okay.
¿Cómo va? ¿Sí? ¿Bien? ¿Cómo va a llegar? ¿Sabes? En coche, perfecto, ¿sí? Entonces, va a manejar, ¿sí? Va a manejar en coche a la escuela. Manejar, el verbo, ¿sí? Manejar. Sí, va a manejar un coche. Sí.
Robar la biblioteca.
Robar los libros. Es un plan muy...
No sé.
¿Tienes una pregunta o
Sí.
cómo va a llegar? Va a... Él llega. es la primera cosa que hace es llegar a la escuela. Entonces, ¿qué es la primera cosa que hace? Sí, primero. Voy a manejar. ¿Qué significa manejar? ¿Qué es manejar? Manejar es drive, ¿Qué va a hacer? ¿Por qué va a robar los libros? Robar. Malhechor, no, a malhechor no le gustan los estudiantes de Owen Valley. No, qué interesante. ¿Por qué no le gustan los estudiantes? Sí, a Malhechor le gustan más los estudiantes de Edgewood. Ugh. Primero, el Porque a Malhechor no le gustan.
So it'd be like,
Sí, los estudiantes que van a hacer los estudiantes. Sí, vamos, sí, I'm gonna die in this corner. Escape bar. Sí, en podcast se va a abrir en podcast. Sí, okay. This boy here. Por la ventana. Entonces, va a poner clase de biología, ¿sí?
clase
Entonces él va a entrar en la clase de bowling y decir, visito la ventana. Visita la ventana en la clase de bowling. Oh, no, hi kids, you don't know her. Yeah. You will. You will know her. She's great. She's the bio teacher. Sí. ¿Cómo, cómo va a escapar, chica? ¿Cómo va a escapar? Sí, otra vez. Tengo una ventana. ¿Sí? ¿Qué es una ventana? ¿Qué es una ventana? No tenemos una ventana aquí. No, este es no tenemos una ventana en la pared. Sí, sí, sí. She's gonna escape out a window, see? Biología, ¿sí? De la clase de biología. Ok, muy bien. Clase, una pausa. Una pausa en inglés. ¿Listo? ¿Lista? Ok. How are we feeling?
really bad. We answered the questions, we don't know what to do next, and it was a fever dream the entire time.
Exactly. So, you got the point across. You were able to decipher some of the paragraph and get some information. So, let's go over it. ¿Por qué a Malachor no le gusta Owen Valley?
Did they say we're stupid or something?
It was because he likes
He likes Edgewood. He likes our rivalry school more. Okay. But he did say something about students becoming stupid. When will they become stupid? What's going to happen? He takes all the books. He's going to steal all the books from the library, right? What else is in his nefarious scheme?
He's gonna destroy the gym.
He's going to destroy the gym. He doesn't want any more basketball. So, he doesn't want any more basketball. He doesn't want any more books. What else is he going to do? How is he going? ¿Cómo va a escapar? ¿Cómo va a
He's gonna
escapar?
open the window and jump out.
Sí.
And jump in his car.
He's going to jump into his car, right? So his car's on the other side of the window. All right. What? Which word? Okay. So, now that we know, clase, now that we know his plans, his nefarious schemes, this is where it's on you guys. You get to come up with how you're going to stop him. See? So, ¿cómo van a vencer Malachor? So, vencer is to defeat. ¿Cómo van a vencer Malachor? So, you know what his different plans are. You can use translate for a few of the verbs. I need this still in the ear plus up plus infinitive, right? So we're going to, or I'm going to, right? So maybe you're going to steal his car so he can't escape. Maybe you're going to lock the doors so he can't get out of the gym. I don't know. It's up to you guys. You get to come up with, it's got to target one of his plans, whether it's his escape route or if it's his nefarious scheme he wants to do with the school. You need to target one of those in your way of defeating him. Sound good? Vamos. La bandera sube. Bandera's going back up. En 3, 2, 1, vamos. ¿Qué necesitas?
¿Dónde?
Flush them out.
Sí. ¿Dónde?
¿Typo? ¿Typo?
Oh, ¿dónde teclearlo, sí? To type it. Debes ponerlo en estudiante B. ¿Sí? En la página de estudiante B. Y tú puedes ayudar con el teclado. ¿Sí? ¿Sí? Ayudar to help. To help. So you can help. ¿Dónde?
¿Por qué?
Una ventana, sí. Con llave, sí. Sí, hola.
Voy a. Wait, Terrence.
¿Llaves? ¿Llaves? ¿Sí?
Oh.
¿Estás hablando de esto es llave? ¿Un llave o no?
Voy a.
¿Qué necesitas? Cerrera.
Sí. De
Puerta.
De
la escuela.
Hold on.
Sí.
How?
No.
Yeah.
Bueno.
Bueno. Más o menos.
Bueno, rebar, mis muchas
No.
Oh. No creo que es una manera buena de vencer. ¿Qué van a hacer para vencer Malachor? ¿Qué van a hacer? Sí, ¿qué van a hacer? To do. Sí, ¿qué van a hacer?
Voy a.
Voy a
Cerrar.
So la puerta de la escuela.
Muy bien. Sí.
prendido fuego a la escuela.
No.
Sí.
Tú vas a destruir la escuela también.
Suficiente.
Eso fue su pregunta. Is that your question? Yo no inventé. I didn't understand. Sí. ¿Cómo van a ¿Qué van a hacer?
Nosotros vamos
Muy bien, muy bien. Y chicas, ¿cómo van a vencer Malachor?
Posición a coche a lado de la ventana de
Algo más. Muy bien, muy bien. Y robar el coche.
Sí.
Muy bien, muy bien. ¿A dónde vas una pregunta más? ¿A dónde vas con su coche? A la casa de Katie. Muy bien. Ustedes van a manejar el coche de Malachor a tu casa, ¿sí? Sí, muy bien, muy bien. ¿Qué van a hacer, chicos y chicas? ¿Qué van a hacer? ¿Cómo van a vencer Maracor? Sí, sí.
No, second.
Okay, so vamos, right? We are going. Vamos a. Vamos a probar qué. ¿Qué es coche? Oh, I just gave you the answer. Coche. Sí, vamos a probar su coche. Muy bien. Muy bien. Okay, clase, I'm gonna pause this.